Evening, guys. Welcome to tonight's Hangout in the group. As you can see, I have a lovely panel with me of the Invisible Man, Steve,
It's an empty chair. Hi. I'll be back in a second.
and we've got Medusa as well, which you might know from our Friday night shows.
See, I'm doing a visual representational piece on Kickstarter's customer support. This is the empty chair. Whenever you send those tickets in, this is what it goes to.
So, say hello, Medusa.
Evening.
Evening. Right. So, tonight we are going to be talking about the new time limit campaign, Choke Point. Another one that's coming up as well. A little bit more to do with the upcoming raid for March. Some information we've got. Not a lot, but we've got a little bit. So we'll share that up. So, if I can share my screen, we'll go into the. We'll go.
There you go. You're locked on. And to everyone in the chat, Medusa is going to handle chat duty tonight. She does a lot on the Friday shows when we get a chance to squeeze those in. She's going to handle that for me tonight. Make sure you guys get your questions and comments in chat. Get them in early. We've had some great participation towards the end of the show, but get them in early. We'll build a nice little reservoir of questions, and we'll try to bang them out at the end.
Okay. So let's get started then. Bug fixes and changes. Made fixes to clean up the Forsaken mission and event targets that takes place at the end of the event. This should prevent targets from remaining on the map after an event or mission has ended. So I know that you have a lot of problems with that sometimes when you've got no time, Steve, and you going right up to the end of it and you think that you've still got time because there's targets on the map and you've run out a couple of times, haven't you?
Yeah, I got burned by Kickside. I think 3 or 4 times within a 2-month span. This was 7 months ago, so before chat starts yelling at me, I've learned my lesson. But I learned a long time ago you don't trust Kickside. 12 o'clock Eastern on Tuesday, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's how busy I've been, man. I got a chance to do it once this week. I felt like I did it all on Tuesday.
I don't think I've done it for like 4 weeks now. To be
Yeah, I
honest.
got bit by that one.
I've been at work and stuff like that, and I haven't got the time. It's not that it's hard. I can do it for instant repair damage and stuff like that, but
it's time consuming, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
It's going to take you 2 hours of seat time just to finish it, pretty much. I mean, we're talking 6-7 minutes a round through, no matter how good you are. So I'm not complaining about the FM, but it sucks if you don't get a chance to get into your rotation early in the week. Like I got to do it early this week.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah. So we shouldn't be seeing that anymore. So that's another thing for those of you that are struggling and think that you've still got time. They will be disappearing. Corrected the calculation used for combining multiple map speed bonuses from R&D. Map speed bonuses are combined additively, not mocklive. So, yeah, that's good. So you don't get diminishing returns on it. It'll just be purely added, which would be cool. Get some really, really fast fleets. So next one is fixed bug where players might not be paid out uranium from a Drak base after leaving the combat before the target was 100% destroyed. That's happened to me a couple of times. Not that I really hit a lot of Drak bases, but for the R&D I've done it a couple of times. And then, because I was bored, I've hit a couple. And I haven't got any uranium from it. I don't know if anybody else has had a problem. You had the problem, Tess?
No, I've not had a problem, but like you say, I haven't hit very many, so.
Yeah, I already have 6 proton M's, so it's kind of out of it for me. And what about you, Steve? Have you hit any recently?
I hit a couple during research. I did have that happen where I didn't pay out uranium, and I believe it didn't pay me out my damn bonus because I was doing the same thing trying to get that level of subsector base. So I've had to do a couple of them the last few weeks. I've only seen it happen once out of the 6 or 7 I hit.
Yeah.
So
Alright, cool. Well, it should be fixed anyway.
should be fixed.
So, little sneak preview of the next raid. So, next raid, Renegade. Raid from March 10th to 14th, 4-day raid. Looks like it's going to be similar targets to the Hostile Takeover raid. And the main prize is going to be the Centurion, which looks to me like it's a ballistic version of the Neptune.
If this company wants to give me a sponsorship for horrible tasting energy drinks, I'll gladly taste one. Take one. They taste like garbage, but they work.
Okay. So, Centurion, Forsaken Ballistic Hull, specifically designed for siege warfare, so for hitting bases. So, we'll check that out. As soon as we get more information, we'll release it on the BPC page. But that's what it's going to look like. What do you think? Do you reckon it looks nice, or?
Is it? Would you say that is a lead for the Punishers?
I don't know. It's probably just a normal. I reckon it's going to be a version of the Neptune, isn't
Okay.
it? More than anything.
I've still got to build that.
Designed for ballistics. So,
Interesting looking design.
Yeah, it's a
They
bit.
actually,
Sorry, quite Gary.
the Kickside art department actually did pretty good on this one. They've been getting kind of lazy, we'll say that, on some of their artistic interpretations of the last few months. So this is a decent layout. It's kind of sharp.
To be fair, I quite like the look of the like Drat Carrier and the Punisher.
I was thinking more Citadel.
Yeah, the Citadels, but then it's meant to be a reiteration of the FF in it, so.
Before we go too deep, I don't know, because you haven't been on the last few weeks. Have you had very many hits by people using Citadels?
I have watched some.
Yeah, we've got a few people in our alliance that have got some, like 2 Punisher tanks and 3 Citadels.
Park those suckers up on the outside?
Yeah.
That's another level of cheapness, and I'm just going to be talking to the book of like, all right, if you want to go I got hit by one with 2 Legendary Punishers and 3 Citadels. I just literally just parked it up 1, 2, 3, and brought the tank in and engaged it, and it wiped things out so damn fast. So that's going on the list of ones where you just got to go, okay.
They're pretty cool. I still, I think they're going to struggle in some bases. I mean, I've seen someone trying to hit a base with some Gamma Behemoths in and got absolutely wasted.
If you go in the channel, they're not that great. If you're going to park them up on the outside, they're rough.
Yeah, for sure.
So they definitely found their use.
So that's just reminded me of the time the guy hit my base with 5 behemoths, and it's just don't do it.
That was quite funny.
That was amusing.
I did enjoy that, I must admit.
Did they take a week and a half to get to your center of your island?
They died at the entrance to the base, I think.
Yeah, it was quite amusing. Anyway, I'll post that, repost it.
We'll post it so we can have a laugh. Right, so look out for that. When we get more info, we'll let you have a bit more info. So, Point Elite, new campaign, started the 23rd, ends March the 1st at 9 AM Pacific time. So it's available for 1 week, and it's quite an interesting prize on this. They've now done it so that you can have up to 6 maximum Deadeye Executioners. So you can obviously do the mission 5 times, so gain you 5 Deadeye Executioners, and you also get 7-day build token as well. And you can hold all 5 at one time, so you can stockpile them if you want to do a major change to your base. So in the missions, I mean, obviously myself and Larry have had a look at the missions, and missions 1 to 3, you've got Kodiaks, Interceptors, Reapers, so it's the same as the Revenge Raid 2A set. The missions 4 to 6, Kodiak, Interceptor, Heavy Cruisers, so it's Revenge Raid 3A set, and the Mission 7's Revenge Raid Mega Hull. It's got 1 hour time limit, and the interceptors are faster than they used to be, so you can quite sort of kite them as well as what you used to do. So yeah, I mean, you can use subs to prep out some of the ships in there. I don't know if anybody here has actually tried it other than myself, or have you tried it, Steve?
No, I haven't got a chance to try it. I looked into a bit of what Larry was saying about it last night. Love living vicariously to that guy. I'm interested definitely in the tokens. As other people have said, I have a Deadeye. They're not as amazing as you might think they are. I don't feel like they hit really at all.
Yeah.
But the tokens is great. I'm not going to knock 35 days worth of build tokens. Thank you very much, Kickstarter.
I have to admit, though, to be honest, they will tear stuff up.
25 days, excuse me.
Retroed right out. And obviously the specials retroed right out as well. Then they hurt then.
Do you think they hold up in the post-deflection world? Thanks, Cube.
Yeah, when they've got quite high retro on them, they do quite a lot of damage. And especially now that you've got the Wendigo back in action again, because you've got that the cold snap rocket, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you've chucked a bunch of these in with some with cold snap and Wendigo and some frostbite turrets on there as well, it's going to put a real bit of curtain on some stuff. But yeah, I have to agree with you. In the past, not been brilliant what happened, but the range is good on them, and the damage is pretty good. So that's that. One thing that we did notice is because you can't kite the interceptors, sometimes it might be a better idea to sort of just sort of rush into them. You can get them killed quicker, and then you end up taking less damage in the long run. Use something with a high deflection, like a Punisher, as a tank with some rhinos and stuff like that. Generally the best sort of method of doing it. I did try it with Strat carriers and I didn't like it a lot, so rhinos is probably definitely the way to go with that. We all finished talking on that one? Anything
I
else?
think so. Anything from comms, anyone? Any comments on these prizes?
But yeah, the 7-day build tokens is pretty good, and you can do it for sort of, if you do it right and prep out with some subs, what you can prep out. You can do it for about 2 hours of damage if you use a Punisher tank and rhinos for the whole set. So not too bad. Not
So it's just ships. It's not any turrets, right?
Sorry?
Just ships, no turrets.
It's mostly ships. Yeah, there's one with turrets in there, I think. Is there one with
I mean, that's what killed me was the cold snaps. I don't know if you watched our post-raid show.
It hasn't got turrets in it. No, it's just ships.
Then I will definitely give this a shot over the next week. Dick around with this a bit on my off time. But those turrets, rough.
Yeah. So that's that. And then the week after, especially for the low levels, there is going to be the choke point, not the elite, but just the normal choke point time-limited campaign. It's available from 1st of March at 12 PM PST and ends at 12 PST on March 8th, so it's available for a week again. Targets are probably going to be similar to the elite, but maybe slower, we reckon. Maybe a little less damage coming from them. So prize pack 1 gives you the Harrier missile, the guided missile system, and speed system 4. So that's a really good prize pack. Prize pack 2 is the Rhino, which everybody knows, the go-to ship for doing quite a lot of trawls now. And prize pack 3 is Savage Kodiak, and you can have 2 of those maximum. So it's a good little campaign, really. It's got a 12-hour to 6 hour duration time, we reckon, and could probably grind it out with instant repair ships. And we've got a little build for some of the lower levels for a missile battle barge A. That, it's instant repair, and you could just sort of grind it out a bit, get yourself a Rhino. Admittedly, we have put the Harrier missile on the build, but you can use any siege missile that you've got. With the reduction in the weight and the bump of the damage, it's going to work. But you want to be using your heaviest missile, really. So, what do you guys think about this? Do you think this is a good campaign?
Oh, I do. I think it's great for the new players wanting something that's a bit, bit of a beast.
Yeah, I reckon it's a real good help, to be honest.
I mean, the Rhinos are the bread and butter of anybody's remote targeting fleet if you're not using Citadels at the moment. So that in itself, giving that again to low players, I'm kind of surprised that they have this level of prizes available through a time-limited campaign. But I never got a Savage. It never worked out. It never came in my time view. So I am definitely going to try to pick up a Savage Kodiak to go with my Rhinos. I'm kind of starting to retire my Frosty a little bit. She's in desperate need of refit, so looking for something to kind of move it by the wayside, at least for my Rhino fleet. So this is interesting. Good job, Kixeye.
Yeah, I reckon so. Just as I just want to point out that by the fact that it's been chucked down our throats quite a lot recently, might be a little bit of a hint that you might want to get it, because it might help you with stuff going forward.
They've never brought the Savage out in a non-raid sense before, have they?
No.
I don't think so either. So this is a hint.
Remember with the Savage Kodiak is it gives you that missile reload buff, and it gives you 50% missile defense as well.
Yeah,
so if you just have a shell in your base, it can help you out quite a lot.
Well, not only that, a lot of people are building incredibly high penetrative defense fleets, either for FM or what you're doing. I know most of the stuff in my FM fleet is like at least 85 or 90% penetrating defense. So.
And I do believe as well Kodiaks get they get a boost to the countermeasures as well, don't they? Countermeasure range at standard. So, you could even swap out an Aegis for it, for doing your FM. For the increased reload and the missile defense. And just chuck a bunch of antis on it. The only thing is they are slow, so you want to look at something with a bit of speed on it.
Go back and watch our speed tuning episode from 3 weeks ago. Larry's got some good tips.
So, we'll go for this little build. So, instant repair battle barge A. Obviously, these are really easy to get. So, they're available to everybody. So, with Strike System 3, which has been around for ages, been in the Forsaken mission for a long time. Researchable tech of Laser 3 on it. That's all you're going to need on there. What we've put on here is we've put some Harrier missiles on there, or Disruptor missiles. You can put whichever ones you want on there. Like we said, if you don't have the Harrier or the Disruptor missile, stick whatever the highest damage missile you can get on there, because all you're going to be doing is sending them in, getting a few shots off, and then sending them home, repairing them, sending them back out again. So you just want to get the highest damage possible out of it. But you get combat speed of 24 if you've got R15 engines, but obviously you won't have that, which is pretty good. 17 turn speed. So yeah, it's pretty good, to be honest. So do you reckon it's a pretty good build for lower levels, Steve?
It's quick. That's your bigger point. Anything you can do in 10 days for a fleet, it's definitely worth doing. There's a lot more tools in the toolbox for lower players to try to micro repair some of these things.
Yeah, you don't have to have the biggest and best to be able to get on and do some stuff. So, you know, if you start building these now, you can have a fleet ready by the time the mission comes up. So,
Easily.
yeah, and you should be able to grind it out pretty well.
See, that's pretty good there because the 24.4 combat speed. Usually, when you're trying to use instants, they're just dead slow, pigs of a boat trying to get in there. 24 and a half is relatively speedy for just a low level hull.
Agreed, yeah. So, but yeah, the only advice I can give is if you don't have the disruptor missile and you don't have the Harrier missile, use something like a Siege Z, maybe even like a Siege V if you want the extra combat speed. Just any of that sort of heavy missile that you can get your hands on, really. Okay, well, I think we're done with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, so they have changed the Forsaken Arena. So I think the first question that I want to ask really is how many of us actually play the normal Forsaken Arena, not the tournaments, but just the normal Forsaken Arena currently?
Nope,
No?
I don't.
Tell you all you need to know.
Yeah, right. So, okay, they've done some changes. Obviously, you get uranium insurance in the normal Forsaken Arena. They've decided to scrap that idea. They've given you free repairs. You can't use any rockets, you can't use any crews. So that's going straight down to the you know bare bones. So you're basically relying on your build and your skills, um, and not being able to have the latest and greatest legendary bloody crew or anything like that. So obviously they've kept the you win crew on the first match when you won the win, but you don't get any VXP or uranium rewards. But you can watch people who are in matches through the locator. I mean, to me, sounds like it's going to be a bit of fun if you've got a fleet that you want to just sort of practice using, I suppose, for fleet to fleet. You can do it for free. It's something that's free, isn't it? Really, more than anything. Um, but I'm kind of upset that they've said that you won't get any VXP from it, really, because
Yeah.
they'd left the VXP in there, and it might have been something that I might look at for having a bit of fun. But
If we're
really,
bringing our own fleets in, then yes, I agree with you. VXP should still be there. I haven't played around with the sense. I didn't know if it was a still choose your own toy box kind of arena, if it was back to the days of bringing in your own fleets. Are we saying it's back to traditionally build your own boats?
yeah, you can use your own fleets in there. But I think it's kind of yeah. I mean, I know that we have the VXP weekends now, stuff like that, but if you can't get on for the VXP weekend, for example, like I struggled to get on. I only managed to rank a couple of boats up. Um, you
But you
know,
should have got a bunch. I mean, how much time did you get in? About an hour?
yeah,
How many levels did you get? About 10? I mean, those VXP weekends are the best thing Kixeye has done for the
oh,
players in a
sure,
long time.
for
I
sure,
mean, I get to, everyone knows that I try to build it at normal speed, so I don't really have that much to work with right now in terms of what I need leveled. But the fact that it's running for 4 months now, almost 5, they've run it with consistency, is a improvement on customer relations with Kixeye. I will say that is a direct example of them listening to us, hearing us, and actually keeping the change. They have a bad habit of, oh, we're going to fix this for about a month or 2 months. Then it's going away. So Kixeye, if you're hearing us, please do not go back on all your good work. Keep that around.
Yeah, I've got
for
some
sure.
incomes here that says it's actually Q draft. He says, given that there's no repairs and no risk, there should not be any VXP given.
No, that's a fair point. I agree.
But VXP has no value or weight. It's not like the back in the day where the guy who has the legendary fleet is going to win because he had the big checkbook. and you didn't want to wait 6 months. Everyone's pretty much getting their VXP done every month. If you're not, you're kind of stupid. I'm gonna be honest. If you're not saying fuck the FM this weekend or fuck whatever I have to do and killing a couple boats off every time that you need it, you know, it should be a cherry bonus on the top of working on your technique and trying to figure out some things for fighting other ships.
I mean, even if per battle you only got the same as what you did for salvage.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, we're not talking VXP weekend levels of experience here, but they should. Every time you do anything with a boat, you should get experience. I've said that from the very beginning. It used to piss me the fuck off when you do like FM and they wouldn't move at all. Like, okay, I just went and did a week's worth of FM targets. I didn't get any experience. So we're harping on things I think they're a little too easy. They're a little too much of a non-issue anymore. So move this train along. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Choo-choo, motherfucker.
This week's Kicks on Screw-Ups. Graphical glitches showing up more and more lately.
I had one. I came in yesterday, and I went to go look at my one of my boats, and all it had was numbers. There were no tags at all. I went to every single boat in my dock, and there were absolutely no status markers for anything. So I'm like, well, this could be 25 combat speed, or it could be 50 combat speed.
Yeah, I had, what did I have? My base, all of the water was black, all of the land was white, and then I had, like, speed stripes going down from the base, racing stripes down from the base.
I saw a base posted with no land at all on it, just everything floating in the water, bricks, buildings, there's no land. That's an interesting one.
And I've been hitting bases and all of the turrets and all of the buildings all just show up as white squares. Which is kind of a pain in the ass when you're trying to figure out what turret it is.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, we appreciate all of the live viewers this week. We got about double what we usually have. Kudos on you. Let's go for double this next week. I want to break triple digits for live viewers. Spread this out. Tell your friends. Tell them come make fun of me. Listen to Earth. Hear Medusa. This is where you want to be on Wednesday afternoon.
I think they're here waiting to see Earth's man boobs.
I think they wanted to see if he was still locked in my basement or not. But we gave him a satellite uplink so he can come talk to you guys tonight.
So, anything else that you can think is a kick-size screw-up this week?
Don't ask me broad questions like that, good sir. But graphically, no. That was the one that burned into my brain. I was like, oh, what the fuck is going on?
One thing that I've noticed as well is I'm putting stuff onto repair again, and I'm going back into the base, and it's come off of repair. That's happened to me twice this week.
Yeah, I've had that happen the last couple of weeks as well.
Mm.
You do a normal bank world map before you move in. Bank it in.
Just forgetting it. Needless to say, I have sent in a ticket to Kixeye. They'll respond hopefully soon.
Kixeye makes me OCD because I have to go back and check it again before I actually go anywhere. 2 minutes later, I got to come back and load the game again because I just don't trust you.
What I usually do is I usually wait until I'm logging off and set my repairs going. And what I usually do is I usually start my retros then, because spending of uranium or buy a crew, because spending of uranium makes the base safe.
Yeah, so does when you are clicking on the oil rigs and things like that, and that does it as well. That saves the base as well. So
it does sometimes take a little while to do it that way though, because it's slightly different the way that it transfers across the server, apparently.
Oh, okay.
There's a couple people in chat asking how do they get on the Wednesday show. We always are looking for new blood in different capacities, but we're not going to bring you back on here right in the middle without doing a pre-show and everything else. So if you really are truly interested in it, reach out to certain people and we'll go from there. But we don't jump people in the middle. Sorry.
No. On a Friday we do a community show where everybody's welcome. Although we won't be doing one this weekend because we're all busy.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I mean, we're trying to grow that too. Right now, the weight of all this has fallen on about 4 people. We're trying to grow that out, but it's just not working with everyone's work schedules at the moment. So I feel bad for that because we've had such, especially with passing of our good buddy there, used to have such great impact and relations when it comes to the Friday show. So we're going to try to get those back in the future, guys. They're not dying. They're just on a hiatus. They need a vacation just like we do.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the industry that I work in, the electricity supply industry, it's been storm season and it's been quite hectic. So I haven't been around as much as I'd like to have been, but yeah, we're definitely going to try and get back to it. It's just the last few weeks we've struggled to have any time to do it really. Um,
Yep. And once again, for the Friday shows, headphones, microphone, and if cameras are a plus. Because no one wants to just look at my ugly face all day long. Everybody else likes to just use pictures.
yeah. So kick size breakthrough this week. Arena change. Let's try it. Larry's happy for it. I understand. It's going to be a bit of fun. It's something that's free and you can have a bit of fun with, but it depends really on how many people are going to use it. I think more than anything.
Someone in chat said they'll use cameras and Earth does. I don't think we want to break the internet here. I've only seen what Steve. I've known Steve for 2 years now. I've seen like 3 pictures of him. So good luck with that one.
Hey, I might start using a camera soon.
See, you see, people. You ask for things, you're gonna get them. Join our live show. Ask for it in the live chat, and it might just happen.
You never know. Right, so I think that's the end of our slides for tonight. So let's just.
Well, questions, comments, or concerns, get them on in on chat. Medusa will get to them. Go through them with a fine-tooth comb and pull out the ones that are not pieces of shit. So what do you guys got for us? I know you have some questions. Earth has been gone. It was just angry Steven and Larry last week, which I got some positive feedback. Some people said fuck you. Most people tend to like it when you rant and rave. It's like that crazy talk radio guy. Everything's on fire and I hate everyone. Oh, come on, people. Fill it in. So, is there any burning topics or questions you guys want to get to, or we're stalling for time here looking for questions?
Well,
Anything
I'm
that's been on your mind?
just having a look at some of the things that we've got here. So a few people have said that they're going to test out the new Forsaken Arena, but they're not sure as to whether or not they'll carry on using it.
It's worth trying. I mean, anything's worth trying, especially if it's free. We can only badmouth Kickstarter for giving us free content so much if we don't try it.
Yeah. So yeah. Cube Draft has put in. I do like the changes, but I doubt I'll actually get me to play the arena.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's nothing other than practice, not even for the little ones, because you don't know who you're going to come up against.
Yeah, because no doubt that you'll probably get people who know of ghosts and scatterguns.
I don't understand why they don't put like a 20% chance. I would be doing Forsaken Mission for Road Cruise with a small multiplier chance of getting up to very good Road Cruise legendaries. Like if you want me to play this in any form, give me every victory is a 25% chance to get another Road Crew and like a 5% chance to get a legendary. Give me some kind of a hook. Give me some because I made a strong decision to myself. I have yet to press that buy me a legendary fucking Road Crew button or the buy 3 for $3 because I just feel slimy to me. So I would love an opportunity to try to get some legendaries that aren't off of normal 1,000 roll. So that would bring me in. You want me to play it? Give me some chance to get something that's useful to me.
Yeah, I mean it's like Lips has just said in chat. Lips of an Angel. I've too many chores to do already. Arena isn't for me when I get nothing from it. So at least put some sort of an incentive in there for you to play it. you know, even if it was every 10 wins you get in there, you get a ghost crawler shard or something.
Something. Anything kicks out.
Yeah, I think that's the trouble with it is you can't really sort of do it, can you?
Yes, Daddy,
Daddy,
it
it's
is your
free.
own fleets. Yes, it's free, no repair, no carryovers, but you have to build your own boats.
It's yeah. Um, LFA are all projectile speed buffs the same? We're not sure. Is the simple answer to that?
Yeah,
It's
that one we should pass on.
yeah, it's odd, but we're going to try and find out for you. So as soon as we find out, we'll post it on the BBC page, and I will actually message you, Jeff, because I'm a nice person like that.
See what happens when Larry's not on and all the numbers just go to shit and we're just here guessing.
Yeah.
I think that's bad. You should see if the weeks where no one else wants to show up, it would just be me on the internet for an hour guessing at shit.
Yeah, you were getting slightly worried, I must admit. In the
Bro,
chat.
I've had some where I'm like, hey guys, 8 minutes, fucking someone show up. First time I did these, I'm so used to the weekend show where we get on about 35 minutes early and we shoot the shit and we get everything going because it takes a while to get people filtered in. And these people like to get their pre-show done about 10 minutes before the show starts. So keep you on your
Guys,
Toes.
I've got a
Hey,
question just
you
before
get
we go. Sorry, guys. Question from L. Jeff. All projectile,
FA.
uh,
FA.
all projectile speed buffs the same.
Yeah, we just talked about that. We're not
Sorry.
sure. We're not going to know until we get some numbers out of it and see some real comparisons. So we'll have to speak on that next week.
we
I'd
are
like to see.
we're doing some testing currently at the minute.
You guys
But
remember to bug Larry. Send the BP Prof questions and concerns and ask him what he thinks about the Savage Kodiak for next week. Because I'm sure that it'll be in our slides if you bug him enough. Check out Larry's not here to pimp his blog, so blogspot.bp Prof. Make sure you guys go check it out. There's where the slides are every week. After we finish with them here, he goes ahead and publishes them to the public so you can digest them at your own speed. Along with all his articles, go check them out.
yeah, and obviously the slides from the shows are all there as well. I'll post the slides on the BBC page underneath this video for people to go and refer back to. If you want the instant repair build, there's a link on the actual slides itself that will give you a link, take you straight there.
All right, guys, come on, let's get some questions here. If we don't get them in the next 5 minutes, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
To say about Firepalooza.
Yeah. I just wanted to say to everybody that's coming to the Firepalooza, it starts on the 26th, but thank you for all those that are coming to pay respects to Fire. As you well know, he used to do this show with us and sadly passed away recently. Do feel free to join us. Despite rumours, it is not cancelled. Come in, join us. Be warned, there will be insect hitting, out sector hitting. It's just going to be a lot of fun. Come and join us.
Yeah,
You're gonna
we're
prepare
in,
your base and move on.
yeah, we're in sector 304. Come join us. If you're struggling for jump points, just tap us up on the page and we can sort something out.
To all those that came out and did the community show for him, I do apologize. I had a work emergency and I was not able to facilitate the Friday show. The Saturday, I was not able to facilitate being on the Saturday show. I had some time blocked on Friday, but it's good to see. I went back and watched that, and we had a really good turnout. So it's good on the community for coming out and paying some respects.
Yeah,
We're not ones on having memorials. We're memorial busters.
Yeah.
But it's good to see that people put the effort in.
indeed. We'd rather have a big fight in memory of Chuck
It's a
rather than.
it's a party in his honour.
So yeah, it's going to be a big party. It's going to be in sector hitting, out sector hitting. It'll be we'll smash each other up a bit, and then we'll probably all gang up and go and kill the rest of the world, I expect. So
LFA, I can't. We can speak for who's in there, and Earth's not part of that group. But I will pass that along to Larry. It's a very valid point that I'd like to get an answer to myself, is why does it take so long to really suss out hacking?
One thing that I will say is that they are currently in.
They do have a new system they're working on.
Yeah, they're working on something that's gonna stop the most prolific cheats from being
It's in the pipeline, so
actually happen. Never mind. So you won't actually be able to do some of like the repairing hacks and the instant build hacks and stuff like
so
that.
I can't have 16 level 7 turrets instantly in my base.
No.
Aww.
They are working on something that's going to stop their ability to be able to manipulate it and do that. So they are working on it, and
Good.
it's quite a significant amount of manpower that they've got working on it as well. So that's all that we can really say at the minute on that. But it is something that is happening.
All right, guys, let's do a final round of questions here, and I think we're gonna go ahead and pull this one short. Instead of just waffling for 20 minutes to fill time, we'll go to where the content is, and that is the way from here. So get your last chance to get those questions, comments, concerns in for another week. I know you gotta have something. The internet hates me, so there's got to be something out there, something you want to say.
No, doesn't look like it. Not a lot of Stephen hate going on today.
I know. Where are my trolls? It means you're doing something right if you have someone who hates you. But I do seriously. I do appreciate all the people that come out live. It means a lot to us when you guys all show up for it. So like I said, we have double what we usually have. Usually have a couple thousand people that watch it every week after it comes up live. But the live viewers, it's a little harder to get together. So we really appreciate it, guys. So shoot for 100 next week. Tell your friends, and come here and mock me. I read stuff in the chat. So there you go. There's a reason to come out for 20 minutes of your day anyways. Just talk shit to me.
Yeah.
Use the camera, you can talk shit to him too.
Once we break 120 live viewers every week for 3 weeks, I will use the camera. I'll be on camera every time.
And if we break 400, he can fly over here to America and slap me in the face and start the show. He's got to pay his own plane ticket. I'm not paying for that shit. But the face is there. Come get it.
So, just to let you know, Lips, no, there will not be any pics of moves. Sorry.
Big Ben went there once, and we can't go there again. He did it enough for the rest of us for all of eternity.
Yeah.
So if you go pick up some of that back content, man, I miss Ben.
Yeah. So
it's sad. It kind of looks. That's the stuff that you look back in this game and you go, shit. And you had somebody that was that involved, that invested, and he drove the wedge between them. And it's just.
Yeah, it's bad.
Light the fire again, Kickstarter, because it's diminishing for a lot of people.
Jeff,
Right,
your
so
sexy outfit, Stephen, just before we go.
Oh yeah, nothing like that work polo. Just the high fashion right here.
Oh yeah.
Well, or if you want to kick us out of here.
Yep, sounds good. So thanks for coming, guys. Like we said, no Friday show this week, but we'll sort something out for the week after. If you ever need any help, you can still obviously message the BPC page, and we'll gladly help you out. Check out Larry's blog, because there's loads of useful information on there. And we shall catch you next week.
Push the button.
See you all later.
Push the button.
Thank you. Bye.